See that thumbnail though? Look again. Do you understand how hard that was to get that picture with the bending and the booty shot with the selfie? Do you know? Oh man. Alright guys. Back up in the kitchen. I feel like we always spend all this time in the kitchen. Do you guys feel me? You guys spend more time in the fucking kitchen than you do in the gym? Or is that just me? Anyways. So I know what y'all been waiting for. Honest review. I don't even have the product, so I'm really bad at this. Honest review on Raw Barrel's No Bull beep, protein powder. Unflavored. I know you guys have been waiting a real long time for this. Anyways, they sent me some shit. You guys know. They sent me the protein powder and they sent me the creatine. I'm not gonna do a review on this because I just cracked into it. But this has been done for a while, so I figure it's time to finally do a review on it. It's Raw Barrel, and I'll put the link in the description powder, I'll put the link in the description box down below on this protein powder. There we go. No fillers, no additives. I'm gonna rate this in 3 categories. Mixability being 1, how well does it mix with stuff? Blended, shaker, you know, whatever. The second thing is going to be taste. So how does it taste on a scale, and these are all going to be on a scale from 1 to 10. And macros, because we all know it's important if you're tracking macros. Protein powders tend to vary, you never know. From product to product, they might be a little bit different, so keep in mind this is unflavored, so it doesn't have a lot of carbs in it. I'm just going to tell you guys that right now, but we'll get to that shit later. These guys sell exclusively on Amazon too, so it's, I believe this is a 1 pound, this is 18 servings, and each scoop has 18 plus servings, and each scoop has 20 grams of protein in it, I believe. Don't quote me on this, guys, but I think it's around I don't know, I want to see like around $18, but you usually get like a discount anyway. It's like 15 or 20% off, so not bad bang for your buck. And I'll go ahead and read you the macros right now. It's 100 calories per serving, 2 grams of fat, 40 milligrams of sodium, 50 milligrams of cholesterol, 170 milligrams of potassium, 2 carbs, 1 sugar, and 20 grams of protein, 10% calcium, 2% iron, and 10% phosphorus. Honestly, I'd have to give these macros probably about an 8 out of 10. And the reason it being so high is because obviously the low in carbs and obviously the low sugars that will come with that. And 20 grams of protein per scoop is not bad, guys, especially when you consider what you're getting. 18 plus scoops. The reason why it's not a 10 is because of the 2 grams of fat. You know, most protein powders have like 0.5, 1, 1.5, 2 is probably like in the middle of the scale as far as most protein powders I've tried. So you might, I don't use more than, 2 to 3 scoops of protein powder a day, usually 2. So it doesn't really bother me, but it might bother some people out there, which is, why I give it an 8 out of 10. So I guess that brings us into the second thing, which is going to be taste. How does it taste? That's a big thing. We all know protein powder, protein shakes are not the best, but they are what they are. We try to make them, everybody has their own way of making them to make them taste good. So what I have found works really well with this, taste-wise, almond milk, Almond Breeze almond milk. Doesn't matter what, actually it doesn't even matter what brand. PB2 peanut butter powder, hold on, I'll show you guys. This powder right here, PB2, the macros on it are 5 grams of carbs and 5 grams of protein. 1.5 grams of fat, and 2 grams of fiber per 2 tablespoons. I usually use 2 of these, 2 servings of this in my shake. So what I basically do is use 2 servings of this, 2 servings of this, and then I'll fill up my shaker cup with almond milk accordingly. And I found that if you do it like that, maybe they actually have a chocolate PB2 as well. That's just a peanut butter flavored one. I assume that it would taste good because with the almond milk and the PB2 powder, with that being unflavored, it actually tastes pretty good. I wouldn't mind even drinking it, just, you know, hanging out. Cucumbers. I have a shit ton of cucumbers, so I'm trying to eat them. Anyways, I don't want this video to get too long, but no fillers, no additives. The potassium's good, sodium's low, cholesterol, I mean, if you're eating eggs and whatever, you might want to watch it, but other than that, it's 100% natural whey, laboratory tested for quality and purity, made right here in the US of A. Not in Maine, but in US of A. It dissolves easily and unflavored. So, it brings us into the third thing, being mixability. How well does it mix? What, you know, be the best thing to mix it with? So, it actually does dissolve and mix pretty well with everything. I've tried it with water. I've tried it with milk. In the shaker cup, you know, it doesn't leave any chunks. I have just a regular. My shaker cup looks like this. It has a little spiral guy in it. The milk in here with the thing, it works, you know, perfect. It doesn't leave any bits or chunks or any, you know, thing like that at the bottom. You know how kind of pull at the bottom a little bit. With water, it's obviously not as good, but it mixes fine. And then in the Magic Bullet in the blender, you know, it's phenomenal. It mixes, you know, better than you would expect it to do, just because it mixes so well without being blended that it's, when it gets blended with all kinds of other stuff and ice cubes, and it really smooths it out. So yeah, that's my good honest review. I told them that if I was gonna do an honest review, it would have to be in the protein powder, just so I could test out those 3 things. Those 3 things, in my opinion, are keys when you're buying protein powder. You gotta know the macros are good. You know, you gotta know how well it mixes. It's obviously gonna taste good because you're gonna be drinking it all the time, right? Put all their information down below, guys. And I will be doing a creatine one. I can already tell you one good thing about this creatine is there's 100 servings in here. So it'll last you 100 days if you take, you know, 5 grams per day, which I do, which is pretty cool. But we'll get into that a lot bit for another review. So like the video if you like the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to be great, motherfucker.
Yo, I wake up, make a K-cup, then I blaze up shade with a razor blade. My hand is still crooked, I'm reading a book and my body was made in Maine. Man, I'm still